Hello everyone and good afternoon. I'm Hayden Bandel and you're watching the Tidewater Summer League YouTube channel. We're live here from Lakewood Park for this matchup between the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs and the Lakeside Sluggers. As I called strike, 0-1 here. This is the second of 4 Saturdays where these two teams, or two leagues rather, have matchups scheduled against each other. The Redbirds are on the road today playing Churchill, and Greenbrier will face Bon Air. So we'll be sure to keep you up to date with those scores throughout here on our doubleheader on the Tidewater Summer League YouTube channel. So Virginia Beach hasn't played since Tuesday due to the rain out here on Thursday, so that allows manager John Bivens to throw Robert Hatcher out there for a second consecutive game. And this time he's starting with the ball. And we've seen Hatcher fare a lot better starting compared to coming out of the pen. Hatcher's made 2 starts this summer, has gone a total of 9 2/3 innings, just allowing 1 run, which was unearned. Hatcher's gone a total of 6 2/3 in relief, allowing a combined 8 total runs. Hatcher, not a big strikeout guy, just 6 of them in his 16 1/3 innings this season. And he's lost one of his best defenders in Alex Uloa. Alex was selected to go play in the MLB Draft League, and I know that I speak on behalf of everyone in the league when I say that we couldn't be more happier for him. Sean Stewart, he just got here. As the leadoff Pooler starts the game with a single. Sean Stewart just got here for the Sea Dogs. Had a big game in his first game on Tuesday. Went 2 for 3, 2 doubles and 3 RBI. Looking to have another big game as he's leading off today and trying to fill the shoes of Uloa at short. And that one's fouled off the catcher Lubson. Right off of his helmet as the umpire goes to buy him some time. Batter is Josiah Harrison. Harrison's starting on the mound today for the Sluggers. Umpire taps Lubson on the back, make sure he's okay. The rest of the infield is rounded up by TJ Mcgowan at first, Dominic Younger at second, Bryce Lane over at third, and as mentioned, Sean Stewart over at short. 0-1 pitch from Hatcher, and that's inside. The outfield, Gavin Spencer is out in left. Trey Keel's out in center this game. He started last game in left. Had a nice diving catch. And Emmett Jefferson is in right. And now Hatcher throws over to first where Pooler is. We don't have any stats for the Lakeside Sluggers or any of the Piedmont League teams. And now there goes Pooler, and that's fouled straight back. So now a 1-2 count as we adjust our camera. It got a beating on Tuesday, and already first inning here gets moved around. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here on the pitcher Harrison. Not going, and hit towards the right side. Foul ball. So we'll see if Pooler decides to go again. He didn't go on the last pitch after going on the prior one. And time is called from Harrison. As the Lakeside dugout saying that's his box. The only stats that we have on Lakeside is that they are 1-2 this season overall. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Pooler goes tapped right back to Hatcher under his glove. Younger play at first, and he got him. Now throw back to second, and Pooler's in there safely. But a nice play there from Dominic Younger to record the first out of the inning. Younger was going over to cover second after Pooler was stealing, and had to quickly change directions, going from his right to his left to throw out Harrison. So here's the first baseman, Isaiah Morris. And Morris fouls that one, and that'll probably have us fix our camera again. Already the second time on just 13 pitches that our camera's been hit. Today's game is 7 innings. As Pooler's dancing over on second, Hatcher's giving him a long stare down, and now he steps off. Stewart's not covering him. He's just playing in normal depth as John Bivens instructs his pitcher what to do. Now Younger's kind of creeping in on Pooler. Here's the pitch, and that's up high for a ball. 1-1. There's the 1-1, and it's inside. 2 balls and a strike here on the first baseman, Morris. And that's left up high, and now the count is 3-1. With Pooler over on second, he's singled, and then Harrison moved him over. And good cut there from Morris. And now it's a full count. And Pooler was about halfway over to third base there, so we'll see what he decides to do. Full count. Called strike 3 looking. And there's the first strikeout of the afternoon for Hatcher. He gets Morris looking, and there are 2 down in the inning. In Lakeside's first game, and there goes Pooler. Throw down from Lubson, and Lane dropped the ball. It was a good shoot down from Lincoln Lubson. Lane kind of applied the tag before he even had the ball. So now a runner on third with 2 outs. A 1-0 count here on the catcher, Daddio. And no, it's not Jordan Daddio. It's actually Jordan's brother, Jordan's older brother, Jeff Daddio, who's behind the plate today for the Sluggers. And good pitch there from Hatcher that catches the inside corner for a strike. 2-1. Last week when these 2 leagues had interplay, as that one's lined to the shortstop, Stewart, who makes the catch. So Hatcher works through a leadoff single in the top of the first. So the starting lineup for your Virginia Beach Sea Dogs: Sean Stewart, as mentioned in the pregame, he's leading off. Gavin Spencer, he's second. Trey Keels is batting third. And as Josiah Harris just hits our camera again, we haven't even started yet. It's the fourth time it's moved today. We've played half of an inning here. So Stewart's leading off, Spencer second, Trey Keels third, Bryce Lane, he's one of the extra hitters today. John Bivens likes to use a lot of those and have different guys out in the field defensively. Mo Ford is at DH. Joey Allen, another extra hitter. Jordan Daddio batting seventh, he's an extra hitter. Dom Younger, who's over at second, he's in the 8 hole. Emmett Jefferson batting ninth and in left. And Christian Henderson batting 10th as an extra hitter. And so here is the shortstop, Stewart, as he begins to step up to the box. A left-footed batter at the top of the lineup for the Sea Dogs. As we mentioned, Stewart trying to fill the shoes of Alex Uloa, who is now no longer with Virginia Beach. He was selected to go to the MLB Draft League. Couldn't be happier for him. Sammy Cannella, can't see him on your screen, but he's coaching first base today. He's not starting today in the field or in the lineup. And Stewart takes a called strike, 0-1 on the first pitch from Josiah Harris. And that one's left in the dirt low from Stewart, a ball and a strike. Stewart went 2 for 3 with 2 doubles in his first game of the season with Virginia Beach. He's already tied for 4th on the team for RBIs, had 3 of them in just 1 game. And lays off that pitch. A nice pitch there from Harris. And now the count is 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here on the leadoff Stewart. And swing and a miss, strike 3. And the first out recorded via the strikeout for Josiah Harris. So here's the left fielder, Spencer. In the 2 hole today. And a bit upset with himself, takes that pitch for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. That's left outside, and it gets by the glove of Jeff Daddio. Keels comes over to get the ball from the on-deck circle. A ball and a strike here. And Spencer swings through that one. And now he's down in the count, 1-2. And Spencer gets called out on strikes. So 2 consecutive strikeouts from Harris to get his afternoon underway. So here's the center fielder, Keels. Keels, like Stewart, just got with Virginia Beach, playing his 3rd game of the season. And he takes the first pitch that he sees from Harris outside for a ball, 1-0. Keels is 2 for 6 in his 8 plate appearances this season. He's drawn a pair of walks, and now he's up in the count, 2-0. Lane getting the start over in center field today. He started out in left on Tuesday and had an outstanding catch to rob the other Trey Blow, of extra bases. It ends up being an RBI for Blow on the sac fly, but Keels showed off his speed. And that was just in the first inning, and then in the bottom half of the first against Suffolk, he came around to score a run. So now a 3-0 count here after Harris struck out his first 2 batters. And there's a called strike, 3-1. So a good 3-0 take there from Keels, and now a good hitter's count. Here's the 3-1 to Keels, and it's outside, ball 4. The 3rd drawn walk of the season for Keels, and the Sea Dogs have a 2-out base runner. So here's Bryce Lane. And there goes Keels from first, and no throw down from Daddio. So a stolen base for Trey Keels puts him on second. That's already his 7th stolen base of the season. He had 5 stolen bases against Suffolk, and there he goes again, and Daddio drops the ball, and Trey Keels already has 2 stolen bases here today. So Trey Keels this is just his 3rd game. He's already got 8 stolen bases, showing off his speed. And now a 2-0 count here on Lane. And that one is up and in. And after Harris struck out his first 2 batters, he's now been down in the count, 3-0 to his last 2. And now a 3-0 count here on Lane. Here's the pitch. And that's out of the zone, ball 4. So the 2nd straight walk distributed by Harris. And the Sea Dogs have runners on the corners with 2 out. Morse Ford has been hitless in his last 2 games. Only 2 combined at-bats in those 2 games. Coming off the bench, now trying to produce here for Virginia Beach. And the first pitch he sees from Harris is inside, 1-0. He's asking where that pitch missed. Home plate umpire said it was inside. And there goes Lane. No throw down from Daddio. And now a 2-0 count here on the DH Ford. And there's a letter high strike. 2-1. big pitch there from Harris. If that one missed, that would have been the third straight batter. He fell down 3-0. Now a 2-1 count on Ford. Here's the pitch. And swings at an inside fastball. And now Keels comes home on the throw, and he's going to make it safely. Unbelievable. Trey Keels on the throwback from Daddio took off. So Trey Keels just continues to be a pest on the base paths. As now Harris having to talk with some of his infielders. A 2-2 count here on Ford. With Lane over at third. And that pitch is outside, and now the count is full. So 9 stolen bases for Trey Keels. That is unbelievable. Stole second, third, and home. After he threw a walk, and that pitch is in the dirt. And here comes Lane, and he'll score. And it was ball 4, and Ford thought about going to second after Daddio threw it under the glove of the pitcher Harris. This time is called now by Josiah Harris. Joey Allen steps up to the dish. Virginia Beach has put up their 2 runs without a hit. Three walks in the inning, 3 stolen bases from Keels, and a wild pitch that allowed Lane to come around to score on ball 4, and now that one gets away. As that probably beat up our camera. And over to second goes Ford. As time is called, Jeff Daddio goes out to calm down his pitcher. Back-to-back wild pitches on ball 4 to Ford that allowed Lane to come in to score, and now Ford takes second on the last one. Everything was going good for Harris. He struck out the first 2 batters, but then 3 consecutive walks. Now a 1-0 count here on Allen, and that pitch gets by, and over the third goes Ford.
All right, buddy, all right.
I think our camera has been moved about 6 times today, so it's just taking another beating. So a 2-0 count here, as Harris checks the count with the umpire. The 4th consecutive batter that Harris has fallen down to a 2-0 count. And that ball gets by Daddio, and here comes Ford around to score. And so now there's no one on for Harris. A 3-0 count, though, on the extra hitter, Allen. 3-0 pitch. And that's in the dirt, ball 4. Here's another extra hitter for the Sea Dogs. But first, Marcus Morgan, head coach of Lakeside, goes out to have a talk with this pitcher. So 4 consecutive walks distributed by Harris after he struck out the first 2 batters. And that pitch is in the dirt, and there goes Allen over to second. And Harris just starting to get frustrated with himself. And our camera's not liking it much either. Alex Beleko's warming up in the Slugger bullpen. He went over there right after Coach Morgan went over to talk to him. As a low strike there called on Daddio. VB dugout didn't like it. And now a 2-1 count here on Daddio. That is Jordan Daddio. His brother's right behind him, catching Harris. 2-1 pitch. And there's a called strike, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Daddio checked the swing. He went around, strike 3. But 3 runs come in to score in the inning for Virginia Beach without getting a hit. It's 3-0 Sea Dogs at the end of 1 of this 7th inning game. So Robert Hatcher back out there for the Sea Dogs as his team put up a 3 spot in the first to get him an early lead. And first pitch to Bullock is inside, 1-0. Bullock starting over at third base this afternoon. And there's a good pitch there from Hatcher. Swung through a miss by Bullock. 1-1 pitch. It's fouled back. So here's the 1-2 from Hatcher. Popped up in the infield. Stewart goes back to get it. He's under it, calls for it, and makes the catch. So that's the first out here in the second. And it brings up Cole Bashinsky. Bashinsky making the start over at second for Lakeside today. And good spot there from Hatcher. That catches the outside corner of the plate. 0-1. And then Bashinsky swings and misses through that one, and Hatcher's quickly up, 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Just outside. Looked like it was the same spot as that first one, but umpire didn't ring him up. 1-2 pitch. And that's fouled straight back again. We'll do the 1-2 again. Pitch from Hatcher. Struck him out. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Hatcher. And there are two down here in the top of the second, as the Virginia Beach defense was throwing it around the horn, ended up in center field. Nevertheless, two down. And it brings up the left fielder, Zach Barco. And the first pitch he sees from Hatcher's line to the left side. There's a base hit just over the glove of Bryce Lane at third. And so a 2-out single for Zach Barco. And it brings up Jordan Hayes. Hayes making the start in center for Lakeside, as Hatcher misses low with that pitch. 1-0. Pitch, and that's hit out towards the left side again, but Spencer has room, gets turned around, now comes in to make the catch. Spencer got turned around on the hit to left, but ends up making the catch. We'll go to the bottom of the second, 3-0 Virginia Beach. Josiah Harrison back out there. Didn't allow a hit last inning. After Harrison struck out his first 2 batters. 4 consecutive walks and 3 came around to score. But there's a first pitch strike. 0-1 here on Dominic Younger. Just a second at bat for the season for Younger as that ball skips by Dadia. Younger got an at bat against Suffolk in that back and forth game and got a base hit. So he leaves that one outside. His hit was the second of 3 consecutive pinch hits where the pinch hitters got a hit for Virginia Beach. And now Harrison steps off. Two-one count here on Younger, starting over at second base. And he swings to that one, taps it over to second. Bashinsky's there. And that's the first out in the bottom of the second.
Oh, sorry. I'm behind. All right, E. Let's go for it. Get you one, M. On him. Nobody better, kid.
So here's the left fielder, Jefferson. Still looking for his first hit of the season. And takes that one outside and past the glove of Dadia for a ball, 1-0. Jefferson has reached safely in 4 of the 5 games he's been up at the plate in. He's drawn 4 walks this season.
You got it, M. Right idea, baby. Right idea.
Now a 1-1 count. And that one skips by Dadia.
You got this.
2-1. So a 2-1 count here on the left fielder, Jefferson. And might have broken his bat. And he did, as Sammy Canella, coaching first base, went over to make the catch barehanded. As Jefferson goes back to the dugout to get some new lumber.
You got this, M. Show him what you're working with. Look at your feel. Look at your feel, baby. Look at your feel.
So a 2-2 count here on Jefferson, with 1 down in the bottom of the second. Two-two pitch, and it's outside, and the count is full. Full count. Here's a delivery from Harrison, and fouled off.
Keep battling. You got this. Nobody better.
As Jefferson gets some encouragement from John Bivens over at third base. So here's the payoff pitch to Jefferson. And it's up high, ball 4.
Way to be disciplined, 4. All right, Chris, get you one. Bring him around. Get you one.
So the 5th consecutive game that Jefferson has drawn a walk in, as he gets a fist pump from Canella over at first base. And it brings up Christian Henderson. But first Harrison checks in on Jefferson.
All right, one, I see you.
Jefferson's got 1 stolen base on his 1 attempt of the season. That came on Tuesday in their last game against Suffolk. And there goes Jefferson. Throw down from Daddio. Is not in time.
Way to go, E!
And the 2nd straight game that Jefferson has a stolen base. And now a runner in scoring position for Christian Henderson. A 1-0 count.
Chris, move him, trade places.
Henderson's got singles in his last 2 games. As Henderson calls time.
I see you controlling it, one. I see you.
Pooler and Bashinsky playing real tight on Jefferson, who's over at second. And that pitch gets by Daddio and over to third. On the wild pitch goes Jefferson. So now just trying to put the ball in play here. If you're Henderson.
You got this. You got it, one.
The ball is what I'm talking about.
A good hitters count.
It won't bust through that fence, I promise.
I say otherwise.
I'd have been hurt a long time ago if that happened.
Here's the 2-0. And that's low.
Good job,
As
Chris.
Daddio stops that from coming to the backstop. And it's now 3-0. Sea Dogs still looking for their first hit of the afternoon. Already up 3-0 though, with a runner on third. Here's the 3-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Throw down to third. And Jefferson's back in there safely. So now a 3-1 count. And that's up high, ball 4.
All right, Chris, way to be smart. All right, let's keep it going, fellas.
And now there are runners on the corners
How are you?
for Sean Stewart. But first, Marcus Morgan's going to go out to have a talk with his pitcher. So Alex Baleko comes into the game in relief for Harrison in the first pitch. He throws to Stewart as a called strike, 0-1. And there goes Henderson from second, or from first rather. He got a great jump. And no communication from the Lakeside dugout. Didn't hear a peep letting Daddio know that he was going, or even Baleko. There's a called strike, throw down to third from Daddio. And Stewart rolls that one over to first. That'll bring in a run. So the first RBI recorded by a Sea Dog. And it's now 4-0. And Spencer fouls back the first pitch. He sees from Baleko out of play. Oh, one pitch. That's up and in to Spencer. One ball, one strike. And Spencer shoots that one towards the right side. That lands foul. Lovin was coming over for a look, but he never had a shot out and right. And now a 1-2 count on Spencer. This is a 7-inning ball game. And we're in the home half of the second. Pitch from Baleko's outside. 2-2. And Spencer shoots that one towards the right side, but right at Lovin, who's there to make the catch. Virginia Beach still hitless through 2, but are up 4-0 on the Sluggers. 9-1-2 in the order. 2 up here in the top of the third for the Sluggers. And first pitch that Tristan Lovin sees from Hatcher is low for ball 1. And Lovin takes a called strike at the knee, is 1-1. And that one's shot out towards the left side. Spencer tracks that one easier than his last play to make the catch. So now back to the top of the lineup for Lakeside. Here's the first pitch. And there's a called strike. A 1 count here on Jamari Pooler. And that one skips on past Lubson. That one missed our camera. Now a 1-1 count. And that's upstairs.
Let him hit it. Let him hit it. You got back up. Let him hit it.
2 balls, 1 strike. And there's a good spot from Hatcher.
Keep him coming, Robbie.
Corner of the plate, letter high. And now it's 2-2. That one gets away from Hatcher. And it's now a full count. 3-2 delivery. And that's upstairs, ball 4. The first walk issued of the day by Hatcher. As John Bivens will go out to have a talk with his pitcher. The whole infield comes in. John Bivens went out to have a talk with his whole infield. Harrison grounded out to the right side last time. That was when a hit and run seemed to be put on as Pooler took off from first. And Harrison hit it towards Younger's way, and that ball just got by Lubson. And now the ball goes into the outfield, and now standing on third base is Jamari Pooler. Just got a bit away from Lubson. Pooler took off immediately. Then Lubson throw down to second, went all the way into the outfield, allowing Pooler to take third. And there's a called strike. 1-1 count with 1 out and 1 on. And that one's fouled back out of play. Into the parking lot here at Lakewood Park. Now Hatcher could use a strikeout here with Pooler over at third. One down in the top of the third. 1-2. And that's up and in. And the count is even at 2 apiece. And Harrison swings and misses at that one. Hatcher puts him on his feet. And that's the second out of the inning. A big strikeout there from Hatcher to prevent Harrison from putting the ball in play with a runner over on third. So now 2 outs. And the first baseman, Isaiah Morris, takes that pitch up and in. 1-0. As Hatcher's being instructed by John Bivens. And he likes the adjustment that Hatcher made. Gets Morris to foul it off for a ball and a strike. Now preaching for the same result. 1-1 pitch. And that's upstairs, 2-1. Morris got rung up in his first at-bat as Pooler dances over on third. And there's a big swing and a miss from Morris. And now it's 2-2. Two is inside. So now a full count. Three-two pitch from Hatcher. Got him looking, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts from Hatcher, and he leaves a runner stranded on third. 3 scoreless innings thus far today from Robert Hatcher at Lakewood Park. Get your game on with D-Bat Virginia Beach baseball, softball, training, and more. D-Bat Virginia Beach is a state-of-the-art facility with over 17,000 square feet, 13 batting cages, and professional instructors who don't just know baseball and softball, but live and breathe it. You can find them located at 5258A Fairfield Shopping Center in Virginia Beach, or calling them at 757-467-1111. You can also visit their website at dbatvirginiabeach.com. after Baleko retired the 2 batters he faced. He's now back out there for the home half of the 3rd. And brings up Trey Keels. Sea Dogs still looking for their first hit, but they've put up 4 runs as they drew 6 walks off of the starter Harrison. And 1-0 is ripped to left by Keels. That'll be for extra bases. And it'll roll all the way to the wall. Keels is rounding second. Here's the throw to third. Relay throw. And it's dropped by Pooler. And arriving safely with the first hit of the day for the Sea Dogs is Trey Keels with a triple. So already 3 stolen bases on the day for Keels, and now he triples to start the bottom of the 3rd. And here's the extra hitter, Bryce Lane. First pitch, he sees his hit out to center. Over comes Haynes, and that ball is gone! Bryce Lane, a 2-run shot. And just like that, it is 6-0 Sea Dogs. The first extra base hit of the season for Lane.
All right, 7, get your song. Get your little song. Nothing special, nothing fancy.
That one was shot out straight to center over the 350 wall. And so now here's Morris Ford. Ford takes a called strike, 0-1.
Now you're ready, nice and smooth.
So they came into the inning without a hit, and then a triple and a home run. Just the 2nd home run hit by a Sea Dog batter this season. Aiden Pinto's got the other one. And now a 2-1 count here on Ford. And takes a big cut. At a high fastball, 2-2. 2-2 count now on Ford. And he rolls that one to the left side, and that's through the 3rd baseman. And so 3 straight hits for the Sea Dogs. So now here's Joey Allen. Sea Dogs have 3 consecutive hits. Allen takes that one upstairs.
Having it back here, Joey.
You got this, Joey.
Allen, like Dominic Younger, he was part of those 3 straight hits from Sea Dog pinch hitters in their last game. That one's just a bit up. And now he has a 2-0 count. And there goes Ford over from first. Throw down. And it's not in time. And a stolen base for Morris Ford. And it's now a 3-0 count here on Allen. As time is called. third stolen base of the summer for Ford. And it puts a runner in scoring position for Allen. And he draws a 4-pitch walk. So Baleko came into the second, retired his first 2 batters, and has yet to record an out here in the home third. So here's Jordan Zaddio, and he takes that one upstairs, 1-0. Zaddio still looking for his first hit of the season. And he shoots that one up in the air towards center. And over comes Pooler to make the catch. And there's the first out of the inning. So here's Younger. Younger 1 for 2 on the season. And there goes the runners from second to third. Throw down from Daddio. And Ford is out. So the second out of the inning. A good shoot down from Daddio. Allen took off with Ford, so he's over at second. The first time that Ford has been caught stealing this season. And Younger takes a hack at a fastball.
Nice cut. Connect it. Let's go.
1-1 pitch. And that's upstairs.
Good eye. Come on, 3.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
2 balls, 1 strike here on Younger. Reminder, this is a 7-inning game.
Ooh, that's another good cut. All right. Come on now, connect it.
So John Bivens telling his second baseman to keep his eye on the ball.
Come on, 3. Second plate.
2-2 count. Pitch to Younger. Swing and a miss, strike 3. But the Sea Dogs tack on 2 more thanks to a 2-run shot from Bryce Lane. We've played 3 innings here at Lakewood Park. It's 6-0 Sea Dogs over the Sluggers. Defensive substitution made. by John Bivens. Christian Henderson comes to play the field. He's over at second, and Daddio pops that one up in foul ground. Lubson comes over for a look, and that just goes out of play. So new infield for John Bivens. So Christian Henderson comes to the field to play second. Joey Allen comes to play first. And Mo Ford is now in at third. Sean Stewart remains at short. Now a 2-1 count here on Jeff Daddio, the older brother of Jordan. And Hatcher sails that one up 3-1. And that one hits Daddio. Got a piece of the umpire as well. First hit batsman of the game for either side. And the Sluggers have a leadoff man on for Jabril Bullock. And there's a good spot there from Hatcher. Cut the outside corner, 0-1. And that one shot out towards left. That'll fall in front of Spencer for a base hit, and the first two runners are aboard for Lakeside.
Take your time, Six. Take your time, Six. You got him, Hatch. Ground ball right here. Hey, get a ground ball right here, Six.
You got this, Robbie.
First time today that Hatcher has two base runners on, and there's no one out. And Bashinsky takes a pitch upstairs, 1-0. Doesn't appear that anyone is warming up in the Sea Dog bullpen just yet.
Good pitch, good pitch.
We've seen Hatcher go as many as 6 1/3. That was in his first start against Edenton. Now a 1-1 count here on the second baseman, Bashinsky. And Bashinsky fouls that one off into the glove of Lubson, and now it's 1-2.
Battle, Hatch, battle.
1-2 pitch from Hatcher. Got him looking, strike 3. The 5th strikeout of the afternoon for Hatcher. And there's one down here in the 4th.
Keep working it.
Pitch to contact, get a ground ball right here.
And here's Zach Barco. And Barco shoots that one out towards center. Keels is there. And he makes the catch, and there are 2 away.
All right. Good work, Sea-Dog.
Hey, pitch to contact right here, Hatch. Pitch to contact.
So now here's the center fielder, Jordan Hayes.
Hit this one, guys.
Hayes flew out to left and is only at bat thus far today.
Battle, baby.
And he takes a called strike from Hatcher, 0-1. That was the play that Spencer got a bit turned around on, had to come in to make the catch. That ended the second inning. And that one's up and in.
There you go. Don't be afraid to get in
To
there.
Hayes, 1-1.
Battle, Hatch. Battle.
Top of the fourth here of a 7-inning ball game. 1-1 pitch. And a good layoff there from Hayes.
Let him hit it, baby. Let him hit it.
Pitch to contact right here.
And it's 2-1. Tristan Love, the 9-hole hitter, would be next. If Hayes can keep the inning going, and he pops that one up.
Good job, Rob.
And now he's got 2 strikes on him.
Go right at him, Hatch. Go right at him.
As Hayes asks the home plate umpire if that was in the zone. He said it was. 2-1, 2 out, 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch from Hatcher. Grounded over to third. Ford is there. Throw to first. In time.
There we go.
So Hatcher, after the first 2 Lakeside batters reach base, retires the next 3 batters. Bottom of the fourth here at Lakewood Park, 6-0 Sea Dogs. Emmett Jefferson set to lead things off for Virginia Beach in the fourth. And takes that breaking ball outside of the zone from Baleka, 1-0. And now it's 2-0 on Jefferson. Jefferson walked in his only at bat thus far today. He's walked in 5 consecutive games. Now looking for his first hit. And that's inside. It's 3-0. Trevor Harris has come into the game to catch for Lakeside. And there's a 4-pitch walk. Second walk of the day for Jefferson. And the Sea Dogs have the leadoff batter on. And there goes Jefferson, pitch in the dirt. And there's no throw down from Harris. So a stolen base for Jefferson. Came into the day with just one stolen base. And that pitch is in the dirt, gets stopped there from Harris, and now it's 2-0 on Jefferson. At the top of the Sea Dog lineup on deck, and Sean Stewart. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's upstairs. It's 3-0. Throw down to second. There's no one covering. And Jefferson easily takes third. And now he's coming home. Throw to the plate is not in time. And Jefferson comes around to score. And now Jamari Pooler is bringing in his entire infield to discuss what just happened. A 3-0 count on Henderson. And I'm not sure what Harris was thinking. There was no one down covering second. So he tried to backpick
Nobody better, one. Nobody better.
Jefferson.
One pitch, one spot.
And the ball just rolled into center field. And now a 4-pitch walk to Henderson. That's the second straight walk. Distributed by Baleko. And now Baleko checks in on Henderson. Sea Dogs just have 2 hits on their 7 runs. And now Baleko's got Henderson dead down. And Henderson is out. Henderson took off as Baleko was checking in on him. And that's the first out of the inning. Sammy Canella, he's over at first base. He's shrugging his shoulders. One 1-0 pitch as Stewart fouls off that inside pitch. Kind of lost his footing after he made contact with the ball. Now a 1-1 count on Stewart. And that ball nearly hit him as he jumps out of the way. Stewart has yet to reach base today. Does have an RBI. And takes that pitch low and away from Baleko. And it's 3-1. And that ball is upstairs. And that's the 3rd consecutive walk drawn by Sea Dog batters. Here's the left fielder, Spencer, as Baleko checks in on Stewart. He's already standing on first base. He's about an inch off the bag. And Spencer pops that one out of play. So Jefferson walked. He came around to score after he stole second, and then a back pick from Harris that went into center field. Henderson walked as throw down to first, and then was picked off by Baleko, and now Stewart's over at first after he walked. Nothing in one here on Gavin Spencer, and that pitch is in the dirt, gets stopped there from Harris. A ball and a strike. One pitch, and high fastball is fouled back. Trey Keels comes over to give the umpire some new baseballs as he brushes off the plate. A ball and a strike here on Spencer with Stewart on first with one out. Already a run home here in the fourth for the Sea Dogs, and up 7-0. 1-2 pitch is upstairs. Now Harris throws down to first, and that goes into right field. Stewart's going to take second. Here's the throw from Levin, and it's in time. So that time, the back pick from Harris works out, not how they drew it up. But it's the second out of the inning. Stewart got a big jump, wasn't going, and Harris threw down as Spencer drills that one to center. Hayes comes in, and he won't get there. That's the first single of the afternoon for the Sea Dogs. And it brings up Trey Keels. Keels had the first hit of the afternoon for the Virginia Beach. In his last at-bat, a triple down the left side. And now time is called. Keels takes a big breath and steps into the box. 2 outs here with Spencer on first. Pitch from Baleko is outside.
Let's go, Trey. Come on now.
1-0 pitch. That shot out towards center again. Should be playable for Hayes, and he makes the catch. But another run comes in for the Sea Dogs. They now are up 7-0 through 4 here of a 7-inning game. Some more defensive substitutions for John Bivens and the Sea Dogs after last inning changed 3/4 of the infield, now 2/3 of the outfield. Christopher Sinclair comes into the game to play left field, and Jordan Daddio is now in right. Tristan Lovin, 9-hole hitter for Lakeside, is up to the plate. 0-1 count as Robert Hatcher in for his 5th inning of work. And Lovin just left that one up. Third base umpire said he didn't go around. A ball and a strike. And that one's up and away. Two count here. Pitch from Hatcher. Fouled off towards the left side. Two again. Just inside. As it gets a reaction out of the crowd here at Lakewood Park. Now a full count here on Lovin. Three-two fouled off. Here's the payoff pitch from Hatcher. Popped up. Hatcher is under it. He's calling for it. And he makes the catch. Now back to the top of the order for the Sluggers. Jamari Pools has reached base safely in his 2 ABs today. He has singled and walked. And now he squares bunt, gets it down. Throw from Ford is not in time. And there's the second hit of the day for Pooler. It's a bunt single. And that pitch hits Harrison. And now there are 2 runners on.
You got it, Rob. You got it. Come on, Rob. Give him props. Come on.
And Coach John Bivens is going to go out to have a talk with his pitcher Harris. Or with his pitcher Hatcher, rather. Danny Padilla comes in relief for Robert Hatcher. Hatcher went 4 1/3 plus innings. Had 5 strikeouts. Hatcher had 5 strikeouts coming into the day. And so he matched that total in 4 1/3. Had 1 base on balls, 4 hits, and is thus far scoreless, but the 2 runners that are aboard for Lakeside are under his account. And a 2-0 is fouled off as Morris lost his bat there. Two and 1 now on Morris. Padilla hasn't pitched in 2 weeks. That was in Tarboro. He struggled a bit there. His first 2 outings were good though. 3 total scoreless innings that were here at Lakewood Park. So he's yet to give up a run here at this ballpark. Now the 2-2. Called strike 3 looking. And there's the second out of the inning. Big strikeout there from Padilla. And it brings up Daddio. Or excuse me, that's Harris who came into the game for Daddio. And now it's a ball and a strike here on Trevor Harris with 2 on and 2 out. And that pitch is a called strike. 1 and 2. Harris was moving out of the way. Looked like it was about to hit him. And now a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Padilla. Runners in motion. And a called strike 3. Back-to-back looking strikeouts for Padilla out of the bullpen. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th from Lakewood Park. 7-0 Sea Dogs over the Sluggers. Defensive substitution made by Marcus Morgan as Pharaoh Brown checks into the game out in center field for Jordan Hayes. And believe it or not, Marcus Morgan, he was actually John Bivens' coach when Bivens was in his playing days at Virginia State University. As Lane pops that one up towards the left side, and Barco makes the catch.
I said almost. There's a slight call out. I was yay close.
So here's Morris Ford. Ford calls time, has reached base. Ford has reached base safely twice today in his 2 plate appearances.
Don't let him decide it. You got it, kid.
Down on the count 0-2. And leaves that one. A good 0-2 pitch from Baleko. A good job from Ford to spit on it. Ford has singled and walked. Came around to score also in the first when he walked. And leaves that pitch upstairs as Harris was ready to throw it around the horn.
You got this.
2 balls, 2 strikes here on the first baseman Ford. Third baseman rather. And he shoots that one towards the left side. That'll find a hole. A base hit for Morris Ford. He's now 2 for 2.
Way to get it done.
Reminder, this is a 7-inning game. So depending on how you look at it, this is really the 7th inning. As we're in the home 5th, and Baleko checks in on Ford. Now TJ Mcgowan has replaced Sammy Cannella. He's coaching first base for the Sea Dogs.
Come on, Joey. Straight, TJ. Straight.
And Allen takes a big cut at the fastball.
You ready now, kid? You ready?
Nothing in 1.
Got this.
Allen's drawn 2 walks today. As Baleko checks in on Ford again. The Sea Dogs have drawn 10 walks today off of Lakeside pitching. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Allen. And there's a good pitch there from Baleko. And it's now 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouled off, and we'll do it again.
Keep battling. Keep battling. Bring that out, Joey. You got this.
Here's the 1-2 again. Fouled off. Allen just got a piece of that one. And Harris couldn't squeeze it. Jordan Daddio, he's on in the on-deck circle. With 1 down. And Ford over at first after he singled. And Baleko checks in on him again. It's the third time he's thrown over there. And Allen fouls that one off. So Allen making Baleko work here in the 5th. Ford's got 2 stolen bases coming into the season. Coming into the day for the season for the Sea Dogs. And a grunt there from Baleko, and that pitch is outside, and it's 2-2. Two-two pitch, and it's upstairs, and it's 3-2. So Allen was down in the count 1-2, fouled off a pair of pitches, and has worked it full. Full count delivery, runner in motion, and it's up high, ball 4. The 3rd time that Allen has walked today. 11 walks total drawn by the Sea Dogs. And it brings up Jordan Daddio, who gets the signs from John Bivens with 2 runners on and 1 down here in the home 5th. And Daddio shoots that one towards the left side. That'll find a whole base hit. Ford's going to be held up at 3rd. And that's the first base hit of the season for Daddio as he looks up into the sky. As he says, finally. And he's got a big smile now on his face as his own dugout's talking to him. So now the bases are loaded with 1 down here for Younger. And Younger takes that pitch outside the zone. It's skipped on by Harris, but runners were held up. Ford's on 3rd, he singled. Allen on 2nd, he walked. And then Daddio on 1st, who also singled. And now a 2-0 count here on Younger. There's nowhere to put him. The base is juiced. A 7-0 lead. And Younger takes a cut at the fastball, 2-1. Two 2-1 from Baleko. That's fouled back. And now it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Pitch to Younger. Swing and a miss, strike 3. For Emmett Jefferson. Jefferson, like Allen, has walked in every single one of his plate appearances today. And Jefferson takes that one up, 1-0. One 1-0 pitch here from Baleko. And that's outside, and for the second straight batter, Baleko is down in the count, 2-0. If Jefferson can keep it going, Christian Henderson would be next. 2-0 pitch. And that's inside, 3-0. Looked like Harris was calling for the ball outside. pitch was in. And now 3-0 here on Jefferson. He's already walked 2 times in his 2 plate appearances. And there's nowhere to put him on. And there is a walk, ball 4. So the first RBI of the season for Jefferson. It's his 3rd walk drawn today. Trevor Harris goes out to have a talk with Baleko. It's now 8-0 Sea Dogs. And there's a called strike to Henderson, 0-1. Henderson has also drawn a pair of walks today in all of his plate appearances. And now it's 2-0. 2-1. 1-1. The 1-1 is upstairs. Now it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. Fouled back. Two to Henderson. And just upstairs. Baleko was on his way back to the dugout. He thought that was strike 3. So now the merry-go-round will be in motion. Here's the pitch from Baleko. And it's low, ball 4. It is now 9-0. Virginia Beach. The 3rd walk drawn by Henderson. There's a called strike, 0-1. So Sinclair came in to play left field in the top half of the inning. He's now batting for Sean Stewart. And he's quickly down in the count, 0-2. 0-2. Called strike 3. But 2 more runs come in to score for the Sea Dogs. They're now up 9-0. TJ Mcgowan in the game over at third. Sean Aronson now behind the plate to replace Lincoln Lubson here in the 6th inning of this 7th inning matchup. It's Jabril Bullock at the dish. And that pitch hits Bullock. So he walks on over to first. So Padilla, after he struck out his first 2 batters in relief, hits Bullock on his first pitch from the windup. And now a late check down to first. First base umpire said he didn't go around. 1-0 here on Cole Bashinsky. And Bashinsky fouls that one back. A ball and 2 strikes here. And that pitch is fouled off. One-two from Padilla, and he checks in on Bullock over at first. Padilla's already struck out 2 batters here today, and he steps off. And now he throws over to first. One-two. That slipped out of the hand of Padilla. And it's 2-2. That one's chopped over to Mcgowan at third. Throw to second is in time. So Mcgowan gets the lead runner. It brings up the left fielder Barco. This time is called. And we're set to play now. That pitch is low. One-0 pitch. Hit over to the left side again, but that time it'll find a hole. Second hit of the day for Barco. And there are now 2 base runners on with 1 down. And so here's Pharaoh Brown. Came into the game to play center for Jordan Hayes. And good stop there from Aronson to prevent the runners from going. And they were crossed up, Padilla and Aronson. now discussing what went wrong there. And Brown hits that one up the middle, steps on second, throw to first. In time. What a play there from Sean Stewart rather, for a 5-5-3 inning ending double play. Alex Baleko still out there. He's already gone 3 innings and a third for the Sluggers. Gavin Spencer takes that pitch up high for a ball, 1-0. Spencer 1 for 3. He singled in his last at-bat in the 4th. And a good eye there from Spencer to lay that pitch off. Sammy Canella's back at first base coaching, as TJ Mcgowan is now on deck. And Spencer gets fooled on that breaking ball. And it's 2-1.
Good, how are you? Good. Are you calling our game today? Yeah, 5 o'clock.
And that one's grounded over to the left side. Throw down from Bullock is in time, and that's the first out here in the 6th.
Was that the guy at third base is doing the other one too? And the other guy not here yet. He's a day.
And so here's TJ Mcgowan. This is his first plate appearance of the day. And McGowan takes a called strike at the knee, is 0-1. And the 0-1 is swung through and missed on the breaking ball, and now it's 0-2. McGowan's just struck out 4 times in his 26 plate appearances. And he leaves that one off, pitch in the dirt. It's 1-2. McGowan came off the bench Tuesday against Suffolk, and he gets called out looking on strikes. And that's the second out of the inning.
No, you just got number 10 pinch hit for him.
So here's Sean Aronson. Aronson leads that one off. Aronson, he's got a batting glove on his left hand, but not one on his right. And takes a called strike there. Looked a bit inside, but nevertheless 1-1. Harrison lays off that one. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch. Good cut there from Aronson. But now it's 2-2. With 2 down here in the home 6th of the 7-inning ball game. 2-2 on its way. And that's one shot out towards right. Overcomes Lovin, and he gets there to track it down and make the catch. So a 1-2-3 inning from Alex Baleko. We'll head to the top of the 7th from Lakewood Park. Jason Vogt out there in relief for Danny Padilla. We had an inning and 2/3 of scoreless work. Now Padilla trying to end the game. This is the last inning. And Tristan Lovin fouls off the first pitch from Vogt, 0-1. One pitch on its way from Vogt. And it's outside, 2-1. 9-1-2 due up in the order here for Vogt in the top of the 7th. And that one's fouled off right into the Sea Dog dugout. 2-2. And 2-2 called. Strike 3 looking. And there's one down here in the 7th. So now the top of the order. Jamari Pooler has reached base safely in all 3 of his at-bats today. And that one nearly hit him as he ducks to get under it. Pooler had a bunt single in his last at-bat. Checks a swing on that one. Check down to first. He went around. And Pooler nods his head. One from Boak. There's a good pitch there from Boak, and it's 1-2. One, two. Just outside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Boak. Struck him out. Second straight strikeout for Boak. And the Sluggers are down to their final out. And that ball is outside for a ball, 1-0. And now it's fouled back by Harrison, 1-1. As the Suffolk Voyagers have arrived. They'll be playing in the second game of our doubleheader between the PCL and PCBL. 1-1. And now the Sluggers are down to their final strike. It's fouled off by Harrison. We'll do the 1-2 again. One-two pitch. Got him looking, strike 3. So Jason Boak strikes out the side in the 9th. And the Sea Dogs improved to 5-3 overall on the season. They bounced back after their loss to Suffolk. They'll be back in action Tuesday night. That game will be down in Edenton at historic Hicks Field. We still have another game for you here today. The Tuckahoe Tigers are in town to face the Suffolk Voyagers. That game will be started shortly. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Hayden Mandel. You've been watching the Tidewater Summer League YouTube channel. The Sea Dogs improved to 5-3.